Atalanta, the huntress who outran men. The unwanted daughter. The story of Atalanta begins with rejection. Her father, King Iasus of Arcadia, was a man desperate for a son. When his wife gave birth to a daughter, he was furious. In a cruel act, common in ancient myths, he ordered the infant to be taken into the wilderness and left on a mountainside to die of exposure. But the gods, specifically Artemis, the goddess of the hunt, were watching. She sent a she-bear, whose own cubs had been killed by hunters, to find the crying baby. Instead of eating the child, she nursed her. Atalanta grew up in the wild, raised first by the bear and later by a group of hunters. She learned to run before she could walk. She learned to track prey, to shoot a bow with deadly accuracy, and to survive in the harsh forests. She grew into a woman of fierce beauty and terrifying strength, faster than any deer, stronger than any man. She swore a vow of virginity to Artemis, promising to live free of men forever. The Calydonian Boar Hunt. Her fame spread when King Aeneas of Calydon called for the greatest heroes of Greece to help him. He had offended Artemis by forgetting to sacrifice to her, and in revenge she had sent a monstrous wild boar to ravage his kingdom. This was the Calydonian Boar, a beast as big as a bull, with tusks like scythes. Heroes came from all over: Theseus, Jason, Peleus, father of Achilles, and the king's own son, Meleager. But when Atalanta arrived, walking confidently among the men with her ivory quiver and simple tunic, many heroes refused to hunt with her. "We will not be shamed by a woman," they grumbled. But Meleager, the prince, was struck by her beauty and skill. He insisted she join. During the hunt, the boar charged. It killed several men instantly. While others panicked, Atalanta stood her ground. She fired an arrow that struck the beast behind the ear, drawing first blood. This allowed Meleager to move in and deliver the killing blow with his spear. The bloody prize. Meleager, honorable and perhaps in love, awarded the prize, the boar's hide and head, to Atalanta, saying, "You drew first blood, the trophy is yours." This caused an outrage. Meleager's uncles, the brothers of his mother, Queen Althea, were furious that a woman should get the prize over men. They snatched the hide from Atalanta, shouting insults at her. Meleager, in a blind rage at their disrespect, drew his sword and killed his own uncles. This tragedy led to Meleager's own death, caused by his grieving mother burning the magical log linked to his life. But Atalanta walked away with the fame. She had proven she was the equal of any hero. The deadly footrace. Atalanta returned to her father's kingdom. King Iasus, seeing her fame, finally accepted her as his daughter. But he demanded she fulfill her duty as a princess. She must marry. Atalanta had no interest in marriage. She had seen how men tried to control women, but she could not defy her father completely. So she proposed a deal. "I will marry the man who can beat me in a foot race, but there is a condition. Any man who races me and loses must be put to death." She thought the death penalty would scare them away. She was wrong. Scores of suitors came, driven by desire and arrogance. One by one, they raced her, and one by one, Atalanta, who ran as swift as the wind, overtook them and watched as they were led to the executioner's block. She was unbeatable, a beautiful angel of death. The golden apples. Then came Hippomenes, sometimes called Melanian. He knew he could not outrun her. He was not faster, but he was smarter. He prayed to Aphrodite, the goddess of love, for help. Aphrodite, who disliked Atalanta's rejection of love, gave Hippomenes 3 golden apples from the garden of the Hesperides. "Use these," the goddess whispered. "They are irresistible." The race began. Atalanta gave Hippomenes a head start, confident she would catch him. As she closed in, Hippomenes dropped the first golden apple. It rolled across the track, glittering with divine light. Atalanta, distracted by its beauty, stopped for a split second to pick it up. Hippomenes surged ahead. She caught up to him again. He dropped the second apple. Again, she stopped. The finish line was near. Atalanta sprinted, her breath hot on his neck. Just inches from the line, Hippomenes threw the third apple, not forward, but off to the side, into the tall grass. Atalanta hesitated. The apple was too beautiful to lose. She swerved to get it. That split second cost her the race. Hippomenes crossed the finish line. He had won, not by speed, but by distraction. The lion and the lioness. Atalanta kept her word. She married Hippomenes. Surprisingly, she found happiness with him, for he respected her strength. But their story has a tragic end. Hippomenes, in his joy, forgot to thank Aphrodite for her help. Insulted, the goddess waited for a chance to punish him. One day, while the couple was traveling, they stopped at a temple of Cybele, or Zeus. Overcome with sudden, unnatural lust sent by Aphrodite, they made love inside the sacred shrine. This sacrilege angered the gods. As punishment, they were not killed, but transformed. Soft fur sprouted from their skin, their voices turned into roars. They were turned into lions. Legend says they were yoked to the chariot of Cybele, the mother goddess, doomed to run side by side, forever, powerful and wild, never human again.